So I'm going through a process right now where I am coming into the full acceptance of the nature of this reality. And after 15 years, I'm finally getting to a point where I'm dropping into a full acceptance of the holographic nature of this reality. And what that means is, I had the belief 15 years ago, but it's taken me this long to work through my system, to find parts that don't believe, that have doubt, all kinds of stuff from past lives and the ancestral realm, to resolve all of that so that I can be here sat in this full belief of the nature of this reality. And as a result, one of the things that I've recognized today, it's just literally come through, is the recognition that our parts, the parts of our internal system, the parts of our mind and our body, are actually interdimensional beings. They are interdimensional beings because everything is within. Actually, and this is, I've talked about this in other videos, and I'm not going to go through it too deeply now, but really what we see out here is a projection of what's in here, and everything resides within these interdimensions. And so we have the astral dimension and so on within these internal dimensions, and these are different space-time continuums. We are just, our brains, our consciousness is only just starting to really be able to, like, internally, energetically, consciously fathom this, let alone, speaking it out loud. And so we're really only at the precipice of this, the very, very beginning. And, there are some great intellects and scientists out there that can use words to describe things, but really, this is a personal journey that you have to go on and you have to validate through your own experience. And when you do that inner work and you meet the parts of your system and you start to journey with them, and you see these parts like stuck like in an old place from when you were 2 years old, like in your childhood bedroom, or you meet a part of you that was from a past life, you meet yourself from a past life, or you meet a part in a past life, or when you meet a part from an ancestor, or you meet an ancestor, or whatever. These are what we're witnessing internally is happening in another timeline or another space, another dimension, essentially, that we're able to access quite easily, might I say, with the internal family systems model. And I believe that all of that is down to intention and consciousness, that when you have gone through decent training and you have that intention to hold the space for somebody, that you're really able to support them to access those inner dimensions, like, very easily. You don't need to hypnotize anybody. You don't need to get anyone into a trance, into a shamanic trance or anything like that. Like, it's an instantaneously waking moment, being able to drop in and help someone access those interdimensional spaces. But this is the realization that I'm having, is that they are interdimensional spaces, and the parts of us are interdimensional beings, and they express through thought forms, through feelings and emotions, into this manifest reality. And those thought forms, those energies, actually then help create this, first of all, help to create our own personal reality, help to create and manifest the world around us based on our feelings and our emotions, our behaviors, directly impact our personal lives. But then as a whole, everything that our consciousness is generating through not just thought forms, feelings and emotions, but through our consciousness expansion and our self-led consciousness, all of that is creating this reality. So bringing it back, parts are interdimensional beings. We are all of us who are getting in touch with our parts and journeying with them to go into those deep spaces to help resolve them where they're either stuck or where they're existing in old timelines, to bring them back into this timeline. Any of us that are doing these works to work and release past life or ancestral burdens, or parts of us that have been traveling in these dimensions in past lives in the ancestral line, that we can also send back to God, that we can send them back to the light, that we can, you know, bring them back and to be with us in this time here. We are helping them to travel interdimensionally. We are having an interdimensional experience with them. We are all interdimensional beings. And there are different layers of our beingness that are existing in these different dimensions, that are able to tap into these different dimensions. And so a large part of it is this kind of manifest physical reality, a form of positive and negative charge. But so much of our experience is interdimensional. When we're in our head, quotation marks, whatever this means, what are we really? We are having an interdimensional experience. When we're daydreaming, when we are lucid dreaming, we are having interdimensional experiences, people. So, you know, this is stuff that cognitively, intellectually, like I've known for a while, but when it really drops in and becomes an embodied, validating experience is a completely different story. And this is a thread that I'm on about the difference between knowing something and reading something and watching videos and going to seminars and kind of holding that intellect and cognitive kind of thought idea, and then the actual embodied, like, oh my gosh, I feel this, I know this at a different level, is completely different story.